Sorry, but you'll have to bear with us.
Yeah, hey, is it okay if we, like, brought a pet onto the duel runner? Is that, like, allowed?
Don't mind me.
If the charges prove false, you should be cleared. Still, we'll have to find a new head to be judged for the competition.
Then we'll just find whoever's actually behind it and have their head instead.
One way or another, I'm getting someone's head.
Let's contact Barden tomorrow, but we'll keep quiet about Heismay. Can't tell if we can trust the guardsman yet.
How have you idiots not put two and two together that the right-hand dude is the one who told you about the sandworm being asleep? And then specifically said, don't tell anyone I told you this.
What are we going to do with Heismay tonight? We can't exactly set him up at the inn.
Steady on. You're not leaving me to watch our bounty alone.
Fine. Then Nurus and I can both watch him tonight. Better us than risking our candidate, I suppose.
Never would have guessed that the bounty hunting was part of this plan to take the throne. And further, you've a Lady of the Knighthood with you. Not to mention command of a gauntlet runner. I sense there's more to this story,
The truth is, we're going after Luis.
Luis, the monstrous child himself, eh? So you're not just grasping at power. You've got convictions. But now the throne's in anyone's reach, eh? Suppose the king's magic wasn't just a myth. Well, hardly matters to an old codger like me. No telling if I'll even live to see the next king crowned.
This is all jolly cheerful. And I'm to be stuck between these two old goats the whole night.
Don't blame me, lad. You volunteered.
Those are some sharp ears. We should probably watch our words in here.
What a terrible day.
Hey!
Hope Nurus and the others are okay. All we can do now is get some rest, so we'll be ready for tomorrow.
Evidently.
So it begins with rumors of safety during a sand flash, and thus the trap is already set. Whatever the case, Heismay is safely in our custody. The others will stand vigil over him, so let us rest while we can. Alright, did that count as going into a dungeon for the night? Can I, like, go out and do anything? I'm exhausted, let's take it easy. Okay, yeah, we have to sleep. That's fine. Do you have any new intel for me? Do Prize of the Abandoned Tomb. Learn about the monsters in the Abandoned Tomb south of Martira. Yeah, I'll take that. If you've heard rumors about Mountains of Treasure, I think you'd best stay away. There's treasure there, sure, but it's home to some strange monsters as well. The one that poses the real danger in there is the treasure monster. That said, I can only guess at what it looks like. Apparently, they'll put you to sleep. You're in for a real bad time if they attack while you're snoozing. Rumor has it there are some accessories that can prevent falling asleep. They sell them at that dodgy Gloam Hall shop over in Grand Trad. Also, the beast is said to be drawn to money. Some witness claims they were able to escape it by tossing coin at it. Now, I've heard that somewhere out there are skills that use money. If you have some of those, the fight might go smoother. So we have to use the money attacks against the treasure monster. Lastly, it's called a treasure monster for a reason, as it's said that it carries some particularly desirable loot with it. If you get a chance, you should try stealing from it. Okay, interesting. Definitely wants me to upgrade Merchant for that. We need to get Merchant to, like, rank 15 for more, so I'll probably put Merchant on maybe Stroll? Let's rest.
Good night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I dreamed we were being chased around by a horde of giant sandworms. I barely got any rest at all. I hope Heismay behaved himself in the Gauntlet Runner. We should go check on him later. We also need to get some information out of Barden. But how do we even bring it up?
Are you awake? Barden just sent word. A few children disappeared in the night.
Wait, but Heismay's in the Gauntlet Runner, right? If he's still bound there, that basically proves he's innocent. But if he's not, we need to get to the runner, quick!
How convenient.
Where's Stroll?
Speak, man. Are you all right? Where's Heismay? What happened here? Ah, he reeks of alcohol. Eurus, you old sot, don't tell me you drank yourself to sleep.
Heismay was blathering on about some things I found rather unnerving. So I had a little sup of the spirits to calm the nerves.
Wow. What a mess.
You witless... Maybe some cold water will wake you up, and if that water's not fixed yet, you're really in it! Ah!
Yo, where's Stroll?
Now, what's all the commotion?
Ah, that was it! He kept scaring me, so I stuffed him into the lavatory to shut him up.
He says that like it makes sense. Does it make sense to you?
Does he drive like this?
He doesn't drink and drive, does he?
If you dare touch a single drop on the road, I'll toss you off the runner's back myself!
Anyway, one thing's for sure. Heismay was tied up the whole time, so he never set foot outside, right?
What's all this about frightening Eurus? I cannot imagine you suddenly felt compelled to share ghost stories.
I heard some strange sounds last night. I could tell they were footsteps, but not any I recognized. If it had anything to do with the disappearance of the residents, it could prove my innocence. That's why I spoke up.
I don't think he's lying. With all that fog, I couldn't find the source of the footsteps, but I found plenty of something else. Children's shoes. It was after midnight. No time for children to be out and about. I had the shoes checked at the guard station, and it looks like they belong to the missing children.
Then 'tis likely those footsteps belong to your true culprit.
But the guard said no one left town last night.
Nobody left? But that must mean the culprit is...
Definitely Heismay.
Inside the town?
Logically, yes.
If that's the case, I'd like to talk to Barden, but how much of this should we share with him?
If you ask me, it's time to lay out all you know. Taking me with you might help your case, too.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. To bring you before the very man responsible for the bounty on your head. I trust I need not illustrate the risk.
Risk or not, the real culprit's likely one of their own. If you hide me, they'll accuse you of harboring a known criminal. You all had it right. It's time I faced reality. A life on the run leaves no room for me to truly mourn my son.
Heismay.
Whatever the case, let's meet with Barden.
Well, I must say I couldn't hope you'd capture him so swiftly.
Something wrong? You don't look well. Got a face like you've just stumbled upon a dead man.
No, it's nothing. Just surprised you caught him.
Aye, you have my thanks. Clearly we were right to trust you. You'll get your payment in full.
Before that, I want to ask you one question. Why was Heismay the only suspect in this case?
One of the guard witnessed him firsthand. Go on, Morris, tell him.
On the night of the kidnappings, I spotted a Eugif bolting into the wilderness. Several times. No mistaking a squat figure like that. I'm telling you, what are the chances of there being 2 Eugif brigands in the area?
What did you say?
Strange. I don't recall the kidnappers' tribe being listed on the bounty poster. Even the captain seemed surprised, yet you alone knew this.
He's obviously our culprit.
Most strange. Heismay was already in our custody yesterday. In other words, the kidnappings of last night cannot be his doing.
Is this true?
Captain, I'm one of yours, aren't I? You're not gonna trust this little red-eyed bastard over me, are you?
There's also the testimony from the guard at the gate. He reported no one coming or going from the city.
You scabby bounty hunters think you can mock the guard corps like this? Just take your damn blood money and get the hell out of here!
Fine, fine. Keep your hair on. We'll get to the bottom of this eventually.
Is there a problem here? Pardon, may I interrupt?
No problem, ma'am.
Was that? Did you hear it, lad?
Calm down.
Now I see your game, you fiends.
Oh, is the woman in on it because she was willing to turn on the Sanctus anyway to endorse us if we got Heismay?
What? He's gone!
Heismay!
Find him! Secure the exits! Don't let him escape!
No good. He's nowhere to be found. What's gotten into Heismay?
I got the impression he sensed something. If he'd meant to escape, he would have done it yesterday.
I think Barden's innocent in all this. The real scumbag here is Morris, his second in command. He framed Heismay with a false eyewitness testimony. Must have figured an exiled Eugif would be a perfect scapegoat.
So Morris, a would-be guard of the people, has been kidnapping the residents and selling them off.
Could be. And there's also those footsteps that old Heismay heard in the night.
Nurse is bound to have sobered up by now, right? Let's see how things are outside and get back to the runner.
Are you coherent yet? I didn't take you as the sort to fall so hard into your cups.
Well, an icy bath like that would freshen anyone up.
And tell us again what happened last night. It may be our only clue to tracking down the real culprit.
Ah, bloody hell. Yes, it's coming back a bit. It wasn't just Heismay's reports that shook me. No. I saw something. It was right after I slung Heismay into the bathroom. Out the window, I saw some massive shadow moving through the fog. It wasn't any beast or man of this world. It was a dark messenger, I tell you. A specter from the very bowels of hell.
It was a Heartless! Darkness within darkness!
It was like the horrors of every fairy story from my schoolboy days sprung to Stygian life. I was shaken, chums. Shaken to my core. I cried out for help, grabbed for something to steady myself, and all I found was the bottle.
There. You're all right now.
Even if there is some monster behind this, how would it connect with Morris? I don't see why he would be compelled to hide this to the extent of framing Heismay.
True. Let's try investigating the lady's old castle. Heismay's bound to have a reason for bolting off like that.
He must have heard the kids who are kidnapped, like, shouting for help or something somewhere. I think the old lady might be in on it. No good. They said they haven't found Heismay yet, so they can't remove the blockade from the gate. Sounds like he's got them on a wild goose chase.
Fie.
What of our plans, then? Should we just sneak in? Ho there, over here. That sounds like.
Evidently.
It's just coming from over there. Is he calling for us?
Huh?
Why is Heismay with you? The guard at the gate said they'd not found him yet.
Got to say,
I'm the captain of the guard, and I have a responsibility to the truth, to know and uphold it. That's all this is about.
What folly.
Could have avoided all this trouble if you just lopped my head off to start with. Oddballs, the lot of you. Why did you run off so suddenly?
The truth is...
I did some investigating inside. The moment Lady Joanna cracked the door to the room, I heard the sound of a child scream. And Lady Joanna is? Well, she is childless. Whatever you heard, it cannot have been her own family. No child could get into such a heavily guarded castle unnoticed. Your kidnapper has to be within these walls. My money's on Morris being the weasel. He lied to our faces trying to get us walk into a human's jaws.
It's absurd.
Morris? No, that's absurd. I cannot suffer him to kidnap any more innocent children. Please, will you help me put an end to this evil? I've nobody else to turn to.
Yeah.
Of course. After all, if we can't use your head for the competition, we'll need a replacement anyway. We're in, right, Rogue? Of course. Of course we'll help you.
I'm in your debt.
And so?
Seemed to us like no kidnapper could get victims into the castle on our watch, not under all our noses. But there was an old underground tunnel that even the castle guards did not know about, and Heismay's the man who found it. There'd be plenty of places to hide hostages down there. Morris may have known about it as well. Right under the lady's mansion. That's bold. Okay, let's get to work then.
Is that right then?
You should be able to get there from Blindwell Alley at the end of Cattle Racket Road. I've got to return to my post, but I'm counting on all of you. Let's get it. A well leading to an underground channel.
Isn't that?
Everyone's already headed to Blindwell Alley. We can get there by following Cattle Racket Road, so let's go when you're ready.
What is it?
Yo, I'm ready right now. Let's go. I got like 40 minutes in stream. I want to try and get to the end of this plot line before we have to wrap up today.
Let's go.
I can hear the kidnapped children screaming underneath here. We must help them.
However,
I did not expect there to be an underground channel. It's no wonder traces of the kidnapper couldn't be found. The children are beneath. Let us hurry there.
Is this the place?
So this is the entrance to the underground channel. If Morris is the culprit behind all this, he's probably lurking somewhere ahead. Let's go in. If we catch him with the children, he won't be able to talk his way out of it. Really quickly, let me jump into Academia. I should get another, whatchamacallit, on Stroll.
Oh,
Why, that's a new archetype. Might I ask you for a demonstration?
I've been waiting.
Stroll, my man. What's your skill inheritance looking like? You don't have a skill inheritance? Right, because you don't have any other whatchamacallits. You can't have any skill inheritance right now. Yeah, we gotta get him to rank 3. What do I want to give you? I think the merchant, because I have to get the merchant to 1500, even though I don't really want to be using... Why is he holding an abacus as a weapon? His weapon is an abacus when he uses the merchant? That's insane. I am also interested in Brawler because it uses HP for attacks, which could really help out Stroll when he's low on MP. Like, if we could get him Skullcracker to pass on to his warrior setup, that would be nice. Someone has to get the merchant done, though, so we should have him study the merchant.
Fascinating.
It's gonna give him a lot of luck. This is the archetype you sense from Brigitte's way of life.
All right.
There we go.
I'm counting on you.
I want to entrust Stroll with this power. This is the first time Stroll has awoken a new whatchamacallit. The merchant, it looks interesting, but I think it's kind of dumb. Worthy heart who tempers anxiety into strength, if thou art prepared to disavow martial might and support society from within the shadow of coin, I shall bestow upon thee our soul, the soul of the merchant. Yeah. Soul of the merchant, no fight is truly won without money, so I'll use its power responsibly. To think such power exists in our world, I have much to learn about life.
Right.
All right, I'm not going to switch you to the merchant just yet. I am also going to go ahead and buy Brawler for you.
Fascinating.
Bum, bum.
This right here. All right.
Give.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
Fork it over. Very good, very good. Worthy heart who tempers anxiety into strength, if thou art prepared to expend thine own vitality and plunge into the fury of battle, then I shall bestow upon thee our soul, the soul of the Brawler.
Yeah.
The Brawler's soul. Oh wait, I should have read that. The idea of relying on nothing but my own fists in a fight is admittedly appealing. I will dedicate my body to the battles to come. Words.
A new power to wield.
Perfect. All right. You... Yeah, I want to get you the Magic Knight. And all we need for the Magic Knight is to get your Knight to 20 and your Mage to 10. And your Mage is at 2 right now, so we finish maxing out your Knight, and then we switch you to Mage for a little while, is what we're going to do there. Rogue, I don't even remember why I put you on the Gunner. You've already got the Gunner at 12. Gunner and Seeker both for that to rank up, okay. I think I'm going to switch you back to Mage now for a little while. We do also need to go rank up Maria to get Healer higher. I don't know when we're going to get rank 3 on Gallica, but I'm going to want whatever Mage upgrades into. Let's let's put Rogue back onto Mage for now.
I'll show you the essence of truth.
It was fun using Gunner for a little bit. Oh, I think the reason I switched to Gunner is because it had the sleep effect, and we needed that for, whatchamacallit, didn't we? We needed it for, dealing with the... whatever the heck his name was, the Goblin King. It helped with the Goblin King. By the way, really quickly, before I forget, inherit skills on Stroll. Because now the warrior can actually inherit something. Let's just give him Perfect Punch for now. Yeah, I'll spend 1,000 mag on that. That's fine. All right, sick.
Oh,
Let's get in there. Let's go
you'll come
get this
again,
kidnapped.
won't you?